Quiet, piggy? Yes, the eloquent linguistic stylings of President Donald J. Trump talking to a reporter, a poet, a scholar. I'm just kidding. This guy is literally a ham sandwich with opinions. But that is exactly who he is and how much he respects women. But it looks like the cracks are showing. I mean, the bacon is sizzling. And lashing out like that because a reporter asked you about the Epstein files, which you claim to be innocent in? Sounds a little defensive to me. You're squealing louder than a hog that just saw a smokehouse sign. Because he's sounding more like a rabid farm animal who's backed into a corner, foaming, snapping, biting. Somebody call animal control. J.D. Vance. But the gall of this guy calling anyone a pig is hilarious. This guy is like 90% pork product at this point. He shouldn't be talking about pigs unless he's talking about his official portrait or his manners. But seriously, if you zoom in on a pig's eye and Trump's eye, they are actually virtually indistinguishable. That's what I call pig sure perfect. But calling you a pig is actually far too generous because pigs are actually very clean creatures and highly intelligent. They're just about as smart as dogs and 3-year-old children, so obviously smarter than you.
Quiet, piggy. Quiet, piggy. That's what the President of the United States said to a reporter who asked him about the files. Quiet, piggy. That is how he talks to women publicly. Publicly talks to women like that. How do you think he talks to them privately? Just a thought.
Quiet, piggy. It's so demeaning a word, isn't it?
It's vile, isn't it? It's probably vile.
Yeah.
And, if you were going to be childish about this, you could say, well, it's a portly little fat pot that is aiming his criticism at another kettle, right? But I think it's more than that. I think it's that he doesn't have the power of argument, and so he just uses
Abuse.
And we've seen it time and again.
Mr. President, what did Jeffrey Epstein mean in his emails when you said you knew about the girls?
I know nothing about that. They would have announced that a long time ago. It's really, what did he mean when he spent all the time with Bill Clinton, with the president of Harvard, that is Summers, Larry Summers, whatever his name is, and all of the other people that he spent time with. Jeffrey Epstein and I had a very bad relationship for many years. But he also saw a strike because I was president. So he dictated a couple of memos to himself, give me a break. You're going to find out what did he know with respect to Bill Clinton, with respect to the head of Harvard, with respect to all of those people that he knew, including J.P. Morgan Chase.
Sir,
Yeah,
if
Jennifer,
there's
go
nothing
ahead, go ahead.
incriminating in the file, sir,
Quiet, quiet, begin.
On Venezuela, sir, you've had a lot of meetings on Venezuela. I know you can't tell us what your next steps will be.
Hello fam, how are you doing? I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you so much for your love, your support. I do appreciate. For my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I don't take it for granted. And if you're watching me for the first time, feel free to be part of this family by just subscribing, turn on notifications so anytime I upload a new video, you will always be notified. Yeah, so in today's video, guys, we saw Mr. President Donald Trump calling a reporter, female reporter, piggy. What did he mean by those words? I saw some people trying to turn it around and saying the reporter is called Peggy. So see, he said, keep quiet, Peggy. But we all heard it was Piggy. So what do you think that he really meant by his words? So Americans have been so hard on him for doing that, and especially it's in public. So it's so disrespectful even to women. There's no need of calling someone a piggy. If you find that this thing is not interested, or I don't want to do this, just keep quiet. But for him doing that in public, it really, really speaks out a lot. So I really, really want to hear from you your thoughts. What you think? Do you think that it's a right thing? Do you think that he was just maybe upset, or he's tired of that question? What do you really think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and let's have a conversation. I would really, really appreciate comment, and let's have that conversation. So kindly, let's continue watching, then come back with more comments. If you find this video helpful, give it a like so that you can reach as many people as possible, and also share with your family, with your friends, with anyone on your WhatsApp, Instagram, everywhere, guys. Yeah. So let's watch, then come back with more comments.
And what do you even say at this point? It's disgusting, it's vile when he calls a reporter who's trying to do her job and says, quiet piggy, but are we surprised? I mean, is this a line? Have we not crossed this line 1,000 times before? Don't get me wrong, this is despicable, this is terrible. Don't get me wrong, but what are we doing here? This is just allowed every single day, and for anybody else, any other politician, this would be political suicide, career over. But for Donald Trump, nobody questions it. Did anybody in the reporter pool say anything? Did anybody go off? If I had been there, I'd have given him the old Miss Piggy, the hi-ya, and chopped him in the throat. But nobody says anything because nobody cares, because we're so numb to it, and he gets away with everything. So as startling, as horrible, as tragic, as whatever word you want to put in there, it's just water off a duck's back. It doesn't matter, and we move on because he gets a pass for everything. Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Obama couldn't look the wrong direction without getting called out, and Donald Trump can tell a reporter, quiet piggy, and we just move on with our business.
He said, quiet piggy. What? The way, I don't care if you're the president, I don't care if you gave me the way I would have uppercut that motherfucker on that plane. Kudos to that reporter, because damn, I'm gonna lose my voice again over this. The jig is up. He's losing it. And what was she questioning about? The Epstein files. If he says that in front of people, what the fuck do you think he is doing and saying behind closed doors? The jig is up.
We have some news right now. Donald Trump told a reporter, quote, quiet piggy, calling a female reporter a piggy on Air Force One when she asked about Jeffrey Epstein. This happened over the weekend, but we didn't get the footage until today. And the footage shows Donald Trump, the president of the United States, leaning into a reporter and telling her, quote, quiet piggy, while she asked him a question about the Epstein files aboard Air Force One. Before telling her or calling her a piggy, he told the reporter that he had a very bad relationship with Jeffrey Epstein and didn't really want to talk about Jeffrey Epstein, and then leaned forward and made that derogatory remark towards her. Now take a minute and imagine if Joe Biden, Barack Obama, any other president in American history called a reporter a piggy. What would be the reaction? Do not let the fact that it's Donald Trump change your reaction. Spread the word, follow along for all the news you need to know about. More to come soon.
This is Catherine Lucy. She worked for the Wall Street Journal, and she had the audacity yesterday to ask the president about the Epstein files, which, of course, everyone is asking him about the Epstein files, but he doesn't want to talk about it. And instead of responding with no comment, or just not responding because there was a plethora of reporters who were shouting questions at him, he looked at her. He leaned in and he said, quiet piggy. He called this woman, an accomplished journalist who has been covering the White House for the Wall Street Journal, who graduated from the University of Penn, who is clearly an intelligent, well thought out reporter, and he called her a piggy. And that's what men do when they don't have an argument, when they have nothing to say. They call us crazy or they critique our looks. If he is willing to say that on camera, on Air Force One, live What is he saying behind closed doors? You ladies, you and I both know what he's saying. You know how he behaves, and you fully understand what he thinks of women. And if you don't, you should now.
Now I know that you have watched this video up to this point and now you understand what's going on, and you really feel maybe how this reporter really felt. Like for me, if it was me, I would really feel bad. I know that is so awkward. Imagine and you are live, because most of those news they cover live coverage, so you are live, people are watching, millions of people will watch this, and you, since if you're a mom, your kids are going to see you being insulted in public, just someone calling you piggy, and maybe you have never done this to your kids, no one has done this to you, this is your first time someone calling you this, you really feel bad, you really feel bad, maybe you are going to have those self low esteems, it's going to affect your career. We know all these things, guys, that they can really happen to you so bad, and they will really happen to you so bad. And the way women, we are so emotional, we are not saying that you have to call men such bad words in public, you have to insult them in public. No. But since this happened to a woman, that's why we are speaking. Like, yeah. So you're not supposed to do this. And being that you are the leader, people are looking up to you, nations are looking up to you. We all know that most of these countries, they look up to America, they look up to USA. So when their president just goes wild, call someone a piggy in public, and she's a very big reporter, you can imagine. So these other nations will be also, we can embrace this. It's good to do this. It's good to insult women. It's good to insult reporters. It really felt so bad. And I know maybe some will be asking, why did the crowd keep quiet? If someone had been called that by your president, I don't think if you'll want to find yourself again in that shoe. Maybe you're just going to wait for him to go, and then you can console your fellow, you know. So sometimes I really don't know, but it feels so bad. Just imagine you speaking out your mind, trying to point out your point, trying to ask that question. I know maybe he feels that you people, you are too much, because anytime they interview him, anytime they ask him questions, they have to ask about the Epstein file. So, maybe he's like, I'm overwhelmed by this question. I don't want this question anymore. We saw even this time he was hosting the Qatar, are they prime ministers or president? This guy, some few weeks ago, when he was with Cristiano Ronaldo. So there's this reporter that also asked about Epstein files, and he just faced him. He told him, no, about that question. And he said that, why is it that this question is always directed to me? We have a lot of people who are involved in this. They are big, they are known, but why is it always that this question I'm the one to answer? Like every time you have to ask me about this question, sometimes we can say that yes, maybe he's overwhelmed by the question, but he should, if he is supposed to do the necessary, let him just do the necessary, because maybe the pressure is too much about the question. But if you feel so, just keep quiet and say that I'm not answering that today, I'm skipping that today, or just keep quiet, don't say anything about that. And sometimes you will be like, okay, yes, if I keep quiet again, they're going to make their own story, say this and this and this and this. So sometimes I really don't know, but coming up with the insults won't be a solution to that, because people really, really want to know. You promised them when you are campaigning, I'm going to release the Epstein files, I'll do this, I'll make sure this and this and this. So they just want to know what's happening, what's going on. You promised us this. How is it? How far? How far is it? Yeah, we just want to know. Maybe the question is too much, but it was really, really bad. This is someone who has sacrificed, went to school, did this cause, a very big reporter, known, and you embarrassing them in public. It was so, so bad. I think he should do something for this. Maybe just come out and apologize. Yeah, they usually say it is not too late to say I'm sorry, and sorry is a very, very powerful word. Just saying sorry to her, it will really, really mean a lot, because people feel that you have really, really failed them. You are just not talking well into women, insulting women instead of protecting them. So those are just my thoughts. I would really, really love to hear from you what you think, and let's have a conversation. So kindly let me know what you think in the comment section below, and we will have a conversation. Also give this video a like, that thumbs up. Yes, let's give it a like so that we can reach as many people as possible, and also subscribe to this channel if you have not. Share with your friends, with your family, everywhere, anywhere that you are able to share, kindly share. And also feel free to join our membership as low as $2. So bye, I'm going to see you in my next video.